You ever fired 2 guns whilst jumping through the air?
No.
You ever fired 1 gun whilst jumping through the air?
No.
If their latest movie, Hot Fuzz, is anything to go by, comedians Simon Pegg and Nick Frost know a thing or two about acting. They also know a thing or two about video games, and they, along with Hot Fuzz director Edgar Wright, have enjoyed a career full of video game references, starting with UK TV comedy Spaced.
You just don't want me to move out, do you?
What?
You don't want me to move out?
Is that what you think this is about?
Well,
You conceited little Don't you dare flatter yourself to think that I would stand in your way for my own ends. I'm your friend, and friends are supposed to look out for each other. And I think you're making a mistake. And if you're too stupid to see that, then someone, a friend, me, should point it out to you.
Daisy Steiner wins.
So what do the trio think of the state of modern video games? Well, for a start, they think the acting in them is a bit stinky.
Hey, Enrique, who did this, I wonder?
Who left this here? Whoa.
That's
And also,
exactly.
people want to shoot things rather than listen to someone say, I can't believe the door is open.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Also, if somebody, say if someone is to fall off a cliff, they go, whoa!
Yeah.
And for me, that doesn't. But what it needs to do is attract better talent, better writers, better directors, better actors. And when that happens, the video game, and I think this is genuinely in the process of happening, will become a more sort of respected and validated genre.
I was wondering if you might recognize a girl in this photograph.
Resident Evil 2 and Tomb Raider are in Spaced. So there's only 2. And Tekken 2, yeah. And what? Time Crisis. God, you're right, he knows it better than me.
The way that Hot Fuzz did, how the end of it is structured, is a bit like a video game, but then video games are influenced by films, and we did think of the end sequence of Hot Fuzz as being like different levels. You know, you have the town square, you have the pub, you have the supermarket, you know, you have like a bonus level. You know, a lot of those kind of games mirror like films where you have like the sort of the last minute villain, or like the, you know, the bonus baddie, or an action scene right at the end that you didn't expect.
Wait here.
Don't go in on your own.
Don't worry. He knows what he's doing.
They do mirror video games in the same way that video games mirror films, I suppose. But we did put references in, the Big Boss being one of them.
Gunfights, car chases, proper action.
Police work is not about proper action.
Fire up the roof.
So what about tie-in games for their own movies?
Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are crying out to be. They're very. I think they'd be very compatible with the game format. Particularly Shaun. You know, you start with a record, and then you get a cricket bat, and then you get a gun. You know, and then you get something even bigger, maybe a cannon.
Ed! 2 seconds. Jeez, and hold it there.
We couldn't leave without asking them for their favorite games.
Virtua Cop. I used to love that. Virtual Cop and Virtual Cop 2. Great shooters.
House of the Dead was pretty good,
House of the Dead
I
was
suppose.
great. Particularly the one with the pump actions. That's the House of the Dead 3.
Can I go old school? Yeah. I used to like Rampage. I used to like the Godzilla and King Kong smashing up buildings. That was good.
So that's it. On next week's Celebrity Favorite Games, Michael Jordan discusses his dangerous addiction to Paper Mario 2. Maybe.